about doing a bunch of like tidying up and just cleaning up all the places that have yet to like have. I stabilized all the trade pretty much, set it up all the way how I like it, and now I'm just like I've just gone through and tidied up most of these areas, just making sure that their storages are maxed, all their camps are maxed, and all their buildings and stuff are maxed. So that's probably this, and probably Duba is probably one of the last places that has not done it all. But as you can see, like this one has 13, or this one's level 13, that's level 13, so just a couple of the smaller places. But I went through and I redid all their production, so they're all like level 16s. Then most of them you can see they're maxed. This one's, I like where this one's at. It's in a really beautiful location. It's got like it's on 2 lakes, it's got a river. It's just real nice. Well, I guess it's on that river bend right there. Just really cool to see. And it's got this nice beautiful long bridge here across it. But yeah, you can see that most of these places are maxed out at this point. Also, that takes me to a little over 1 million inhabitants overall, and it'll continue to go up some because I maxed some of those at this point in before this video, so some of those are still being maxed, and obviously you saw one down there being maxed. But I have a military alliance with her, a military alliance with him, and then neutrality and peace with a couple other, and a trade agreement with her. So not really warring anybody. He's at war and they're at war. So this person has 2 wars. Andreas von Holstein. So what I'll do is first I'll go to the development, I'll go to the academy, and I'm able to max that out. So I'll upgrade from the military academy to the imperial academy, which will give me plus 300% fighting power on all those guys, and then they'll cost 500% more as a result. So that's the highest rank. So at this point I've ranked up everything possible in terms of development tabs: the academy, the military, the infrastructure, and the production. So I'm maxed out on all these things, and you can see these are all these towns down here are maxed. There's a good mix of all the stuff with this space of all the stuff that they have maxed. He's just gonna max out some roads. Let's see, we have a few guys still doing some roads, some road work. But for the most part, these guys, all these are maxed. If you look up here, all these are maxed in terms of, I mean, obviously they're facing some famine, so they'll be a little bit stunned for a minute, but then they'll get back to normal. So what I'm going to start doing is I'll look at what kind of troops I have. I'll disband them all. I'll bring these 2 over to Winterfell. I don't know where they were stationed at before. They must have been stationed higher or something. So yeah, oh yeah, they came over from this side, and all these have been maxed over here and put the way I like them. So you'll see they're slowly start to work up to that 146,000 cap. And then I'll start training soldiers. So I'll look to train unique ones. Down here is in this region I can build a bunch of flailsmen, which are special soldier types. And I think I can only build them down in this, like in this region down here. So I'll just look to build them down here, and then I can relocate them anywhere I want. Because if we check this chart in terms of region, yeah, I got a ton of this region. I pretty much dominate this region down here. The north, what is it called? The north, the Arabian. Pretty much dominate the Caucasus and the Byzantine up here, so more towards Attica and stuff like that. Let's see if I can build anything special up here. Besides boats, I don't think there's really any special boats. So I can build crossbowmen. I think, yeah, cavalry, those are ranged. Probably go with crossbowmen. Too bad they're not on horseback. So we'll build crossbowmen up here instead of the generic archers. Because I think these can only be built in this region up here. And we'll slowly start to rebuild this army. Because I want to take back, the first thing I want to do is take back these two pieces, the Hama and then the Sakaka, something like that, and then the Astara, and then the Ardabil. We'll use all these up here to build crossbowmen. I wonder if this region can get the crossbowmen as well. So no, that's well, no, I guess it's right in the region. So we've got like several places making those. We'll want to make mounted archers. I'll make mounted archers at several locations. I'll make mounted cavalry. Just diversify the army so that way I don't have any one weakness really. And what I like to do usually is just take the brunt of my forces in order to make... I take them to one location so that way I can just take that location as fast as possible instead of worrying about all the extra shit that comes with taking over an area. We'll come back down here and we'll build more of these special soldiers. Like the flailsmen. Because they do a little bit more damage than the regular swordsmen because they're like special type soldiers. So I want to build a lot of the unique ones. I'll maintain it to these areas where they can actually survive. Well, they can afford to actually build them. So I wonder if I can do anything special up over here. Yeah, I can actually get saber fighters, which are good against polemen. Yeah, so we'll train some saber guys up here. Just diversify this army. These kind of substitute the spearmen that we had in our army before. Plus they do a lot more damage and they're a lot more versatile. And now I want to do some cavalry. Just get some guys on horseback and do some mounted archers. Just really spread these out. I think I'll be building a little bit more mounted archers for a minute. Get some more cavalry up in this army just for the mounted swordsman type, because we want the ground and then we want to mix it up with the mounted. So we'll have some ground crossbowmen and then we'll have some mounted archers, and we'll have mostly, I want to make most of these forces up with like saber fighters and stuff like that. Saber fighters and flailsmen. And we'll come back up here and we'll make some more crossbowmen, because I think this is the only region up here that I can build in. And that is the peak of things that I can build. So they're mostly made up of special units and then a couple of regular units. Let's see how many. Bring them all to Winterfell.
Get on.
And let's see what the cap is. My soldiers will be higher than the cap, so the cap's 200. So I think I'll be at about 24. They're doing some random fights with bears and stuff as they cross, which I'm fine with. I'll just kill off those things pretty quickly, and then we'll actually take Winterfell and we'll move it over here. So
let's go.
We can destroy some of the things that come out of there, hopefully. If they do end up
let's ride off.
Well, they decided to stay in, I guess. Oh, nope, they're there.
Let's go.
The only thing that sucks is I can't clear this out.
We're practically there.
It's still on that weird hill part, so we'll take all of them here. Good amount of soldiers moving across. And strategically,
we've had it.
Let me think. Once it reaches just 202, I think I'll end up doing it. I'll end up pulling all these soldiers to my capital, which will put my capital, yeah, 300,000 almost in terms of fighting power, and I don't think you're going to see anything like that. Yeah, almost 300,000 there at their capital, so pretty much the this man also, he's got to be at rank emperor by now. Where does he keep his capital? That's a fucking horrible idea.
Let's ride off. No, we've had it.
Trouble. We've had it. Trouble.
No, we've had. Let's ride off.
Trouble.
They do not like that mountain explosions over there. I think that's lowering their morale. But yeah, 202 I think is the cap. So let's see if they're... Well, no, there's some guys over there too.
Let's ride off.
But now you can see that we've rebuilt this army. We've restructured this entire empire. All 50 that weren't mine, I restructured it, pretty much everything, and everything's going pretty smoothly. So everything's been restructured. Got a whole new army, a huge army by the way, of 200, double what it was when I took this empire. And we maxed out the academies and development, so they fight 300% harder at 500% more cost, which I don't really care about cost. You can see we've spiked our economics up to 580 million, and it's done nothing but climb. It probably won't go in under 500 million anytime soon. But in the next few videos, I'll be taking over these smaller towns. Probably this one as well, just because it's in the border, and then I'll be incorporating those into the trade system that I have, and I'll try to make wise allies, try to pit them up against each other, do all that great stuff, just take back the area that I gave up by taking over this war, this area. I might actually, you know, I might decide to go up over here somewhere. I don't know this guy's system very well, but he's got a very well placed capital. You could probably say one of the most strategically placed ones Yeah, maybe. I mean, if they would have placed, if Blue would have placed their capital like somewhere back over here, that would have been a little bit more strategic. But turns out Red's not even at the rank of Empire. I didn't know that. Yeah, he's at the rank of Emperor. Where is his capital? I guess we could probably tell. Oh yeah, I guess his is right there. Well, his is pretty strategic, but it's a little bit higher up than I would have made it. I probably would have made Uamek or Almay his capital, but not the worst spot he's put it. And then green, obviously, with really good strategic place for theirs as well. Maybe the best, because it's a push up against that back far side. Also, there's so much of the map up here that I have yet to explore, and I bet it's a lot of yellow. I don't know if I've explored all the yellow, or maybe they haven't even expanded up there because they ran out of stuff, but it looks like there's towns or something over here, maybe stuff we just can't see because we haven't explored it, or we're not friends with these people over here.
Good day. What exactly are you offering me?
But that'll do it for this video, guys. Like the videos, sub, do all that great stuff, and be back here for the next